When it comes to securing good wholesale deals with off-market properties, most people think the best or even the only way to secure a contract is to meet the seller in person on appointment. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not the case, and that's not how I'm currently doing it. So on today's video, get ready to learn how to get a signed contract without meeting the seller, coming up.
For a limited time, you can get a free copy of Jerry Norton's Motivated Seller Scripts so you can talk to, email, and text sellers with confidence. Download it now at freesellerscripts.com.
If you're new here to this channel, I'm Jerry Norton with FlippingMastery.com, and this channel is all about ways to help you make money wholesaling and flipping real estate so you can live your dream life. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss new videos. In my wholesale business, I do most of my deals virtually or remotely, which means we don't actually see the properties in person. But as of late, we also don't actually secure the contract with the seller in person either. Even that is done virtually over the phone using digital paperwork, which I'm excited to show you how to do on this video. But I want you to know that getting signed contracts with sellers without meeting them works even if you do deals right in your backyard, so pay close attention. Since the pandemic, we have been doing the entire acquisition process on the phone instead of in person, and we have no plans of ever going back. Now, I'm going to show you how we do this using a team, but just know that it works just as well if you're a one-person operation. Let me explain the standard way that we used to do it and how most wholesalers do it, and then show you the 100% virtual model so you can decide which method is best for you. Our old model looked like this. We get a lead for a motivated seller. We pre-qualify the lead with a virtual assistant or VA. In other words, we use inexpensive overseas virtual assistant labor to verify the leads actually want to sell their houses. Now, if you'd like to learn how to use overseas VAs to help you with your wholesaling business, be sure to watch a video where I break it down in detail. I'll put the link to that video in the description below for you to watch later. Once the VA team pre-qualifies the lead, next it goes to the acquisitions manager or AM, whose job is to make an offer and close the deal by getting the seller to sign a purchase and sale agreement. Now, the AM talks to the seller on the phone to find out the seller's motivation and when they want to sell. At that point, what we used to do and what most wholesalers do is the AM schedules an appointment to meet the seller in person and look at the property and then make an offer on the spot. Now, the hope is the seller accepts the offer and signs a written contract, with a pen right there on the spot. Now, on average, I think we were happy to close like 1 out of 7 appointments. But I now believe closing in person is not only inefficient, but it's not necessary. With drive time and meeting the seller and walking the property, it takes like half a day for every appointment. That's a lot of wasted time. And listen, I know it works. I used to do it that way, and I have wholesaler buddies doing 100 deals a year that swear by closing in person on appointment. Don't misunderstand. I'm not saying it's wrong to close in person. I know there are some sellers who won't sign electronically over the phone, and I know we're losing on some deals by not meeting the seller in person. Now, I have a solution for that too, so keep watching, but the primary reason why we're not doing appointments and just closing on the phones is because it's much more scalable. Our AMs can close twice as many deals by not going on appointment, and my AMs don't need to be local to the market since they're not meeting the sellers in person. This allows me so many more options to build my team. By the way, depending on when you watch this video, I may have a spot open for a virtual AM position. So if you're good on the phone and willing to work hard, I'll dump pre-qualified leads in your lap that you can close on the phone with no risk while sitting at your kitchen table in your underwear and pay you dang good commissions. Shoot me a DM and I'll reply if we have an opening. But since the pandemic, one of the big changes we've been implementing in my business is doing the entire close with the seller right on the phone. The way it works is after pre-qualifying a lead with the VA, we email the seller my property walkthrough guide. Now, this is detailed instructions for the seller to provide us with pictures and video and all of the pertinent information about the condition of the house so that we can make an informed offer. And if you want this, I'll give it to you for free. Just leave a comment and say, Jerry, you are a flipping genius. Give me the free seller walkthrough guide and I'll give you the download link. Okay, so continuing with the close process, once we've gathered info about the condition of the house, we run our numbers to get to our desired wholesale offer price. And in case you're wondering what that looks like, I did a video which breaks down the buy formula in detail. I'll put the link to that video in the description box below and you can check it out later. Now, once we have the offer price, the AM makes an offer right on the phone, and if the seller agrees, the AM immediately emails a digital purchase and sale agreement directly to the seller for electronic signature, which they signed while still on the phone with the AM, and boom, we have a deal. By the way, all of the steps from leads to virtual assistants to analyzers to digital contracts, everything is managed through my wholesaling and house flipping system called Flipster. Now, if you've never heard of Flipster, it's a cloud-based, all-inclusive system to help you organize, streamline, and automate all of the steps to wholesaling and flipping houses. To learn more and see it in action, just go to getflipster.com. Now, obviously, after getting a signed contract, in order to move forward on the deal, we've got to get some eyes on the property to verify the condition. So after, not before, but after getting the contract, at that point, we'll send someone local to go to the property to verify the condition. Now, this could be anyone who can take pictures and video, and we usually find someone on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace for like $25 to $50 per visit. But remember, you only send them after you have an executed contract with the seller. If for whatever reason we discover something not previously disclosed, we can renegotiate or cancel the contract using my termination of contract or price reduction addendums. Now, if you want these for free, I'll put the download link in the description box below for you. So at that point, we've secured a wholesale deal without meeting the seller, and we're ready to find a cash buyer. All of that without ever seeing the property or meeting the seller. Now, if you think that's brilliant, leave a comment and say, "You're at it again, Jerry. You are a flipping genius." Now, earlier I mentioned that not all sellers are going to be comfortable to sign a contract over the phone without a face-to-face meeting. Some sellers are going to want to meet you in person. Unfortunately, some sellers are just not able or willing to sign a digital contract. It's going to require someone meeting them and signing a printed contract which they can see and touch. There's just no way around that in some situations. So here's how we're handling that. On the leads we can't close on the phone, we team up with and JV with a local wholesaler who does have an on-the-ground acquisitions team. Now, I just worked out a deal with a local wholesaler in one of my markets who does 150 wholesales a year, who closes all of his deals face-to-face with sellers. Now, we agreed that I would send him all of my leads I can't close on the phone, and for every lead he closes, he'll pay me 25% of the wholesale profit. Now that's flipping genius. And if this video inspired you to close on the phone, leave a comment and let me know. And if you'd like to master your phone closing skills, then you need to devour my playlist with over a dozen videos where you get to watch me live on the phone. So watch that now. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to my channel with over 550 videos. This is the #1 channel on YouTube for all things wholesaling and flipping. And I'll see you on the next video.